Hi guys, welcome back to another favourites video. This is going to be my May favourites, and I know it's a bit late, but I had exams up until the 6th of June, you know the drill. I mean, I'm always a bit late anyway, but a lot of these products are things that I was using throughout exam season. The sun is starting to set, so I'm sorry if the lighting looks a little bit strange, a bit patchy, but it is what it is. I've got quite a lot of stuff to get through, so I'm just going to get cracking. But before I do, I hope you're doing well, and I hope if you had exams they went okay. Mine didn't go the best, I'm not going to lie to you, but there's no point talking about it now because what's done is done. No point crying over spilt milk, as my grandmother very wisely says. But yes, I hope you're doing well, and thanks for sticking with me, and thank you so much for 7,000 subscribers. I completely forgot to say that. Thank you so much if you are subscribed. If you're not, maybe consider subscribing if you like cruelty-free stuff and things. I also like cruelty-free stuff and things, so yeah, subscribe if you like to. You don't have to. I'm gonna get straight on into it with makeup, so I'm gonna get this off my hand, wait. Wow, that was really cutting off the circulation there. The first two things will be of no surprise if you caught my last two videos. I actually have a full review of this foundation, and I also featured this in another video, so I'll link those if you're interested. If you want to know more about these, I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but basically this base is what I wore throughout exams, I would say. I wore the Tropic, what is that called? Tinted Mineral Skin Base. No, I can't remember what it's called. I use it quite a lot in the summertime as a mineral SPF, but for more coverage, which was kind of needed over exam season, I went for this, and for a bit more illumination, I went for this. So the combination of these two has definitely been a favourite. Should I tell you what they are? I think I might. This is the Perez Oat Milk Foundation, and it's a really nice natural and vegan foundation. It's got a really good coverage to it. Really nice dewy finish as well. I've got mine in the shade Honey. I just think all round it's a nice foundation. I work it in with my hands, very quick, very easy, and with this, I mean, it's quite dewy in itself, it doesn't really need any more illumination, but this definitely makes it last longer on the skin. I'm not really a primer fan typically, as I've said before, but I see how this makes products last longer, and I think it's really good. I would recommend both of them. Both quite pricey, but I think they're good. They're good products. Another Cover FX product, which also pricey, but I think is really, really good. This is the Shimmer Veil, and I've been wearing this pretty much non-stop, so I've got it on today. I've also got these two on today, by the way. Forgot to say that, but yes, I've got this on my eyelids today. It is their Shimmer Veil in the shade Moonstone, and you can use this on your lips as well, but typically I'm not really a metallic liquid lipstick kind of person, so for me, I think this is best on the eyelids. It's almost like a pink lilac. And you can build it up, you can sheer it out. It's got a shimmer running through it. It's got a silver shimmer to it, and it's really, really lovely. Like I say, you can sheer it out. I personally apply it on the kind of outer third of my eyelid and just pat it in with a finger, and then I run my bronzer through the crease as a kind of transition shade, and it's been a really easy eyeshadow look for me through exams. I love pink eyeshadow, I love using blush as eyeshadow. I just think it's really pretty, and also the shade of pink this is, because it's got the slight lilac to it, because I've been suffering with hay fever a little bit, not intensely, but I would say somewhat. I've been suffering with a bit of hay fever, a bit of sneeziness, and also because I've been moving my stuff, you know, packing my things, moving my things, unpacking stuff, going through old boxes. I'm really sensitive to dust. So basically what I'm trying to say is a combination of many different factors, you know, hay fever, being tired, packing my stuff. I've been quite sneezy recently, quite sniffly, my eyes have been quite red, and this is the kind of pinky eyeshadow that doesn't accentuate your tired eyes, if that makes sense. Instead, it means you can rock the pink eyeshadow trend, but you know, it looks nice and bright. And also another thing I like about it is that it's really lightweight on the eyelids. It feels like you're not wearing anything on the eyelids, and I am typically quite sensitive to some eyeshadows, and things with glitter in can feel really heavy on my eyelid and irritate my eyes and make my eyes water. So I don't know if this is hypoallergenic or quite what, but if you've got sensitive eyes, it's good. If you want to try something similar to this, but you want a cheaper version, because I think this is about £18, so it's quite expensive. Essence, I found the other day, Essence do a metallic shock line, and they've got a shade very similar to this. But anyway, I like this a lot. It's really nice, and also small and diddy. Good for travel. And another product which I think would be really good for travel is this, and this is the Pixi and Chloe Morello collaboration. If you don't know who Chloe is, she is an Australian YouTuber. I'm subscribed to her. I don't watch all of her videos, but I tune in now and again, and she seems really, really sweet, and she's actually the only YouTuber I knew from the 3 or 4 collaborations they did, Pixi did recently. She's the only one that I knew of, and to be honest, think this is the only vegan one out of the I can't really remember, but it's marked as vegan on the M&S website. So this is her Palettes Chloette Romantic Radiance palette. Quite expensive, £28. I got mine on Depop for £13. New and sealed. Absolute Billy bargain. But even £28, I mean, you get 3 blushes, you get 6 multi-purpose shimmer shades, so you can use them as highlighters or eyeshadows, and you also get 3 matte shades. Got these in my brows at the moment, and I've also got the black on my top lash line and this dark brown on my bottom lash line, and kind of sort of winged out a little bit. And they're okay, but they're just quite dry. They're fine as eyebrow powders, but they're not good as eyeshadows. I just want to make that clear, because if you're going to buy this and think, oh, I'll get 3 matte shades, I can use one of them as a transition shade. No, you can't. It's way too dry. But the reason why I love this palette is specifically for the blush shades. Like, I don't even know if you could see that, me holding it over there, but I'll show you a close-up. The blush shades are beautiful. She designed this palette when she was getting ready for her wedding. She got married last year, I want to say. Her wedding video is the best I've seen. I'm not typically a fan of wedding videos, not because of the wedding or the people, but sometimes I just think the way they're edited sometimes I think could be done better. Hers is definitely the best I've seen. I'll link that down below if you want to see a nice video of a couple getting married. Give that a watch if you fancy. But yeah, I definitely see the wedding vibes going on here. I mean, the shade names are things like veil, honeymoon, bouquet, romance, so on and so forth. The way these blushes sit on the cheeks, I've got this middle one on my cheeks right now, they've got such a nice sheen to them. They look really natural, but they can be built up. They last really well throughout the day, so you know, everything you want from wedding makeup. I really do think she did such a good job when designing this palette. Also, this mirror is a bit pointless. It's so it's better that they included a mirror than not at all, but it's so small, it's basically useless. If I was designing this palette, I would have made this a solid colour and put the mirror here, a nice big proper mirror. This packaging is just not the best. This is something that a gripe that I have with Pixi in general. I like a lot of their products, don't get me wrong, but for the price you pay, I mean, you can get better quality packaging from the drugstore, from the high street, so not my favourite. Also, does anybody else have this? These clasps drive me up the wall. This is such a pernickety thing, and I'm sorry if I'm being really moany. These clasps are so annoying. It's these ones, you see? You know the ones I'm talking about? Because they're so difficult to get open, but also you end up chipping off your nail varnish every time you go in. Has anyone got a special trick to open these? Because I've tried many different ways, and the only way to do it is to jam your nail in there and kind of crowbar it out. And yeah, ruins your nails every time. So those are my pros and cons of this palette. I feel like I've been talking about it for ages. Overall, think she did a really good job and would recommend, but packaging not the best. Pixi, up your game, that's all I'm going to say. If you're interested in this, definitely give it a swatch in M&S, and you'll be able to tell the difference between the quality of these powders and these powders, because there's a little bit of difference. But yes, Marks & Spencer, if you're interested. Speaking of Marks & Spencer, I also tried a couple of skincare products out from an own brand M&S range, which I didn't even know was a thing. I'd never seen it before, never heard anyone talk about it before. I thought it was new. Apparently it's not. It's been around for a while. I've just been living under a rock. But this is their Pure Natural Beauty range, and have to say, highly impressed with everything I've tried so far. Their cleansing oil is really nice. So this is their Instant Radiance Micellar Cleansing Oil. I think the reason why I like this so much is because the cleansing oils, I've got another one to mention in this video, but in general, the cleansing oils I've been using of late, and if you don't know what cleansing oil is, you basically rub it onto your skin and it takes your makeup off. When you start to warm it up and then add water, it turns into a milk, and yeah, and then you get a cloth and wipe it off, and then it takes all your makeup off. Wicked, right? Pretty cool. But a lot of the cleansing oils I've been using recently are too thick. I have been trying the Mugu cleansing method, but that's, again, is too thick, whereas this is, look at the consistency. It's great. Got a little bit of fragrance to it. It smells really, really good, but it's not a strong enough fragrance to irritate my eyes. Smells very luxurious as well, very kind of high-end. And the other product from the range, which I might recommend a smidge more, is this, and this is a face mask. So this is their Skin Remedy Brightening Face Mask, and I think I got this for about £12 or maybe £10. Maybe it was on special offer. Can't remember. The reason why I like this is because it reminds me of a honey face mask, and I used to love doing honey face masks. It almost looks like Manuka honey as well, but it doesn't have any honey in it. And it's kind of sweet. I think it's got maple, yeah, sugar maple in it. It smells really good, and it really does brighten the skin. I think it must have some kind of chemical exfoliant in it, because it says to use it with SPF. So yes, highly impressed with this range that I had never heard of before, and I would recommend both of these products, and I would like to try more from the range, to be honest. But I've got a lot of skincare to get through. I've been upping my skincare game recently. I've been testing the waters, trying to perfect my skincare routine to share with you. Speaking of testing the waters, the other cleansing oil that I've been using recently and really like, maybe a smidgen more than the M&S one because it's a little bit thinner, it's a little bit more watery and it makes a bit more of a milky consistency once you add water, is this Gentle Black Deep Cleansing Oil by Claire's. No, not Claire's Accessories, not the Claire's you're thinking of. Yeah, not the UK Claire's. This is actually a Korean skincare brand, and Korean skincare and makeup is something I've always been very intrigued by, very interested in. I've just never tried any, to be honest. I didn't know where to start. I was actually contacted by a website called Koja Beauty, and they have Korean skincare that is cruelty free. It's not just products that aren't tested on animals, it's products by brands that don't test on animals, that don't get other people to test on animals for them, and don't sell to places where it's mandatory to test on animals. Which is really cool, so it means you're not caught out with loopholes when you're shopping on their website. They said to me, do you want to try out some cruelty-free and vegan Korean skincare? And I thought, you know what, I would love to. I would love to, as long as it is genuinely cruelty-free and vegan. And I was well and truly spoiled. But I was expecting maybe to get a couple of things, but they sent me a box of skincare products, and I've been working my way through testing things out, and I've been so impressed by this brand. I don't know if you'd be interested in knowing more about Claire's, because I can do a whole video about the brand, or I can do an unboxing video, or I can do a full Korean skincare review video. If you'd be interested in that, I'll do a poll. Is it this side? Or I think it's this side. Vote in this poll if you want to see a Korean skincare video and how you would like to see that. Let me know also, or just leave me a comment down below. With the products that I've got through so far, I am very impressed, and this is one of my favourites. It's a really lovely cleansing oil. It's really thin and watery, but it really effectively removes my eye makeup, and that's the area where I'm most, because I don't wear too much on my skin typically. I don't wear heavy foundation, so the main thing for me is getting off my brows and my mascara. So yes, big fan. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Leave me a comment, and I'll link the website down below where you can shop for some of those things if you're interested in some cruelty-free and vegan Korean skincare, because they do ship to the UK. Okay, so I just had a little fiddle around with the curtain. Hopefully the lighting situation is better, but we're nearly done. We're nearly there. I've got 3 products left to talk about, and they're all quite strange, quite different, a little bit obscure. The first of which is matcha tea. This is vanilla matcha tea, and I have been enjoying this so much. It's the vanilla in it that I really like. This is by the brand The Matcha Reserve, and it's organic, and I was using this organic one. It's by Clear Spring, and I picked this up in Holland and Barrett, I think. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's really nice, but the vanilla in this just lifts it. It gives it a little bit more of a creaminess to it, and I really like it. So I mean, they sent me this for a blog review, forgot to say that. I did not buy this with my own money, but I would definitely repurchase it. Like, it is, I don't know what it, I mean, the vanilla thing has probably been done before. I just never thought to do it. And it really impressed me. It tastes really good. A much lighter taste than a normal latte, and it's got really good health benefits to it. Also, over my exams I was drinking way too much coffee, and I say too much because I was drinking it in excess, to the extent that I just felt really gross, like I constantly felt tired. So between that and not sleeping well and not eating very well, I said to myself, after exams I'm going to cut down on coffee, which is where this comes in, and I'm going to go back to eating more of a whole foods plant-based diet. And yeah, that's everything I wanted to say about that. I just think vanilla matcha powder is really tasty. The second to last thing I wanted to mention is a dental product, and this is a tooth whitening polish. Like I say, was drinking so much coffee, was also having a lot of tea, and my teeth suffered for it. They definitely got stained. I've always had pretty white teeth, but over the past 6 or 7 months I've definitely seen a progressive darkening of my teeth. They just got a bit more stained, and it was definitely from what I was drinking. You know, constantly drinking coffee, it can stain your teeth. I don't smoke or anything, so I don't think it could be anything other than the coffee drinkage situation. So for that reason, I wanted something that was going to whiten my teeth, and I have mentioned that I started using the Superdrug whitening system, but I wanted something a bit more natural, and I realised I had this, and this is activated charcoal, peppermint and coconut oil. So it's a nice natural option, and it's pretty much empty. I've been using this to death, and it does really work. Activated charcoal, if you don't know, it kind of lifts impurities, so they actually give it to people if they've been poisoned sometimes. Like, it can draw impurities out, or even if you've just got a dodgy tummy, if you take activated charcoal, it can yeah, it helps your system. Did I say the brand name? They're called Lavish or Lavish Smile. They are Leaping Bunny certified. To be fair, you could just use, I have used activated charcoal on its own in the past, but this I find is a little bit, I mean, one, using the capsules and just like pouring it onto your toothbrush, it's a mess. Every time I've done it, it's been a complete mess. But also this, it's just really convenient. I like the little tin that it comes in. It's a recyclable tin and it lasts really, really well. I definitely think it's worth the money. It's a really nice product, and also the coconut oil and the peppermint just means that it goes on nice and smoothly, and coconut oil is supposed to have dental, good dental benefits as well. So all in all, I think this is a really lovely product, and it does work. It definitely lifts stains from the tooth or the teeth, depending on how many you put it on. I either mix it in with my toothpaste or I use it after my toothpaste, and I just kind of brush my teeth for 2 minutes or so. It's not going to give you permanent white results in terms of, it doesn't whiten your teeth for a long period of time. You have to kind of use this twice a week, and it's like a consistent thing. So your teeth will get stained and then it will lift the impurities, and then your teeth will get stained and then it will lift the impurities. Do you know what I mean? But it's a really nice natural option that I find to be really effective. And that's the second of the weird products. And the next one may be the weirdest yet. This is a scalp massager, and this is from Tropic. It's basically this silicone handheld massaging thing that I've really been liking, mainly because of the way it feels. Don't get me wrong, it's supposed to stimulate hair growth, and it probably does, but it just feels so nice that I don't care if it does or it doesn't. Like, I'm going to continue using this. I do a double shampoo. On my first shampoo it just gets rid of the surface dirt, and the second shampoo really cleans, especially if I'm using a clarifying shampoo. And on my second shampoo, how many times can I say shampoo, I get this and I just work it into the scalp. It feels so good, and it fits really nicely into the hand. Actually, holding it the wrong way, but it fits really nicely into the hand. I just think it's a really cool product, and I've been liking it a lot, been using it a lot, and I've been using a lot of thickening hair products as well, so I'll definitely update you on that. When I find the best of the best, I'll be sharing that with you. But yes, those are, actually there's more things I wanted to mention, but I'm just going to save them for my June favourites, because I've been talking way too much in this video and I feel like I've been boring you, but I hope I haven't, and I hope you got some cool recommendations. Thank you so much for sticking with me if you watched up until now. Thank you so much for 7,000 subscribers as well. I appreciate it so much, and yeah, lots and lots of love. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the summer, or if it's your winter, I hope you're enjoying the winter, whenever it is for you. I hope you're having a good time, and yeah, hopefully I will catch you in my next video. Bye!